I'm here in Lee Elby's gym in Barry, delighted to be joined by Joe Morgan. Joe, as we just said there, I've never interviewed you before, so I'm interested to know a bit about you. So can you just tell me a bit about your background, your age, where you're from, that type of thing?
Yeah, I'm Joe Morgan, 22 years old. I'm from Aberdeen in the Valleys. I've had 7 professional fights now, done quite a lot as an amateur as well. Ready to pick up my first title on the 28th of September.
Okay, so you're from Aberdeen. Which amateur gym were you with in Aberdeen?
Mountain Ash I used to train, yeah. Coached by my dad, Andrew Morgan. Now I'm coached by Lee Elby. So always learning, always improving, and can't wait to show my skills on the 28th.
So what did you achieve as an amateur?
5 Welsh titles. I won 3 box cups internationally as well, and I beat some of the best in the country.
So who were some of the names you fought as an amateur?
I boxed both the Croft twins, which both are now excelling in their careers. 2 top boys, a lot of top English boys, Adam Azim, Jack Oliphant, and the list goes on.
So I mean, you're still relatively young, 22 years old. I mean, why did you decide to turn pro so, well, relatively young?
I think the professional style suited me more than what the amateur style did. I turned pro when I was 19, and like I said, I'm still young in the game and I'm still learning, but I think I'm more suited to this type of boxing rather than the amateurs.
For people who haven't watched you, what's your style? How would you describe the way you fight?
I can adapt. I like to box, but everyone knows I can punch hard as well. Ask anyone who I've sparred. But like I said, I do what I got to do on the day. You know what I mean?
And you're training here with Lee Elby. I mean, you're lucky, I guess, at this stage. There's lots of good trainers in Wales at the moment. Of course, you've got... Well, I'm not going to name any names because I'll probably miss them out and offend somebody. But why did you decide to train here with Lee?
I don't really know, to be honest. It was... I started doing one-to-ones with him at first, and then I realised, like, there's so much I can learn from him. And he's a great role model. He's down to earth and humble, so... I think this is the place to be for me, you know. Like, obviously there's a lot of other good coaches in Wales, but I like it down here, you know. We've got a good group of boys down here as well now, and girls. So it's all going good, yeah.
And have you ever sparred with Lee in the past?
Never, no. Luckily for me. No, we'd always do some messing about, but, you know, he's done now with boxing, and so he don't need to add any more CT to his life. So, yeah, no, it's just a coaching standpoint from Lee, you know.
And what do you think makes Lee such a good trainer?
I think he's been there, he's done it, he's got the t-shirt and all that, you know. He's been boxing all his life, he's beat some top fighters, you know, world champion, says it all really. And he passes his knowledge on well, he's very tricky, you know, so he's just a good guy. So, yeah. Okay,
so you're having... a big step up in class on the 28th of September.
Yeah.
All your fights to date, no disrespect to your opponents, but I'm guessing you probably had tougher fights in the amateur ranks than all your pro matches so far. What's your thoughts ahead of your fight with JAKE TINKLIN for the Welsh title?
Listen, this is what I need to do now. I can't keep fighting these lower level boys, which, like I said, no disrespect. They've all earned their trade and everything, but I'm ready to step it up now and show I'm levels above even this, and with no disrespect, I think I can go to the top, you know, with the right training. As long as my mind is on the mission, I think I can go all the way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it'll be a good fight. I'm ready for a 10-round war, you know.
And for any of your fans who perhaps might not have watched JAKE TINKLIN box before, I mean, what type of fighter is he? I mean, how does he fight? What's his strengths? What's his weaknesses?
Listen, he's going to come out from the first bell and try and take the fight to me, but listen, he can do. I'll welcome that. He just wants to watch. He don't walk onto something early, something heavy. The fans will like the way he fights. Let's say a lot of action, non-stop pressure. That's how I'd explain his style.
And is that the type of fight you relish at this stage of your career?
Listen, whoever's in front of me, we'll make a little game plan, and that's how we'll tackle the fight. So I feel like you can't dodge anybody if you want to make it. So you've got to fight whoever's there. So I don't mind whatever the style, you know.
And have you been doing certain training based on Jake's style, or are you just going to see how it goes on the night, or what are we doing tactic wise without obviously giving anything away?
Yeah, no, we got an idea how he's gonna try and approach the fight. Like I've just said, we're basing the training around that. But like you said, you never know what could happen on the day. Anything could happen. So, like I said, we'll go in there. We'll see we'll try and stick to the game plan. If it doesn't work out, then we'll have to adjust. You know.
And you're also sharing a gym with Lloyd Germain, who I spoke to earlier. He's obviously boxed Jake Tinklin in the past and beat him for the Welsh title. Have you spoke to Lloyd about Jake and his strengths?
Yeah, of course. Me and Lloyd have spoke. Me and Lloyd have done a lot of rounds as well, preparing for his fight coming up also. Yeah, we've had a little discussion. He's known a certain amount he can tell me really in there, but we've been putting the work in together and we're both ready to collect a new belt for the gym.
And who have you been sparring with this fight, just to get yourself ready and sharp?
I've done a lot of rounds with the boys in the gym, you know, Lloyd, Dan, Harris. Harris Khan, very good fighter, big, sharp. We've been going elsewhere to different gyms, Bristol, and anywhere really, wherever there's rounds, you know.
Okay, mate. Can people still get tickets off you for this fight? And how do they get tickets?
Yeah, just give me a message on Instagram, Joe Morgan 3, and I'll sort the tickets out for you then.
And just explain to your fans what it means to you and how it helps your career by buying a ticket off you directly.
Well, it's some people might and some people might not know. You know, being an upcoming professional boxer, the money's it's not what people make it out to be unless you got backing from these top promoters, which a lot of the time, if you're from Wales and depend on the situation, it's hard. So it'll help me financially, of course, and you know, it's a good night of boxing. You're going to want to watch this fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be an action-packed fight that you don't want to miss. 10 rounds, if it goes to 10 rounds, it's going to be a good fight, yeah.
The more tickets you can sell, the more shows and opportunities you get on, and yes. That's how it helps your career, by fans buying tickets off you? Yeah,
that's 100% true. You buy a ticket, and let's just buy a ticket and watch me go from where I am now to the top. That's all I'm going to say.
And have you got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I got my usual sponsors: Empire Pro Tip, best in the business, Empire Fight Store, a couple of local businesses around by me, JDM. It's hard to think of off the top of my head, you know, I'll name you all in my posts, but you know who you are, and I appreciate the work and the support you put into me.
And how do these sponsors allow you to follow your dreams in your boxing career? Just explain to people, your sponsors, what it means to you and how it helps you.
Well, I can get sent all training equipment, clothing, anything that's going to help financially, like medical bills, MRI scan bills, which is not cheap. But I have good sponsors who help me out yearly to help me pursue what I want to do in life. So, yeah, massive shout out to them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realise it actually costs quite a lot of money to be a professional boxer.
Oh, yeah, like brain scan, medical, bloods, you have to have that renewed every year, which is a small mortgage to some people to pay for that. It's very expensive, but like I said, I'm lucky to have the backing of the people I do. And my dad, who's downstairs, helps me out massively since I was a kid, so shout out to him as well.
And finally, Joe, what would winning the Welsh title mean to you?
It's a massive thing for me, you know, a step-up fight for me, my first title, which I would like to win for myself and for the gym as well. And you know, I win this fight, it just puzz me up to another level for another belt, and that's what you got to do, just keep growing and keep building until whenever, innit? Just don't stop, yeah.
And what is the big dream for you, boxing dream?
Listen, I think if you don't want to be a world champ, what's the point, really? Like some people will say British champ, but like you go on and win a British championship, then you're going to want to be a world champ after that. So I think anyone's goal as a up and coming professional boxer should be to be world champ, especially with someone like Lee who's coached me. He's had that world title, so I know it's capable. I know it's reachable, you know. So.
And of course with Lee as well, he went from the small hall shows, the difficult way, probably same as you, following that same path from a Welsh champion right through to world champion.
Yeah, he's done it the hard way. Look, he weren't gifted anything. He fought hard fights, fought everyone who was in front of him, like you said, on the small hall shows, which was what I'm doing right now. And look, he built himself up to fight in some of the best arenas in the world. So I don't see why I can't do it with the right training, keep staying dedicated to the craft, and with the right team around me. I don't see why not.
And finally, I think I've already said that once, but finally, what's the result going to be on the 28th September?
A big knockout.
Okay, mate, thanks for the interview and good luck on the 28th. I look forward to commentating on your fight. Cheers, mate. Thank you.